There's a deep sense of loss among SEPTA riders as sweeping service reductions take hold across Philadelphia's transit system, a change that's reshaping how people live, work, and move in the city. But here's where it gets controversial. These cuts are not just about convenience. They strike at the heart of community autonomy and accessibility. Let's dive into what this really means for everyday Philadelphians and the wider region. SEPTA, the backbone of public transportation for Philadelphia, its suburbs, South Jersey, and Delaware, has drastically scaled back services due to unresolved state funding. The state budget delays are now approaching 2 months past deadlines, casting a shadow over the region's transit future and leaving many wondering how they'll get around. Starting Sunday, riders face a new reality. 32 bus routes have been eliminated altogether, while 16 others have been shortened. Additionally, service reductions extend to the 88 bus lines, metro and regional rail routes, with all special rail services, like the popular Sports Express, being completely discontinued. Morgan Gallagher, a local waiting at a Center City bus stop, spoke passionately about what's lost beyond mere transportation. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, Morgan shared. For people with health issues or disabilities, SEPTA represents autonomy. It's about the fluid connection to the city itself. A city lives through its infrastructure, and cutting these services hits not only our ability to get to work on time, but also impacts the health and safety of neighborhoods. This highlights how deeply intertwined transit is with community well-being. Josh Pawanda, a restaurant worker, emphasized the ripple effects these cuts create across the city's vibrancy. Businesses stay open late in areas like Center City and Old City, so cutting service during those hours really disrupts the flow, he said. Relying on Ubers can get outrageously expensive, and not everyone can afford that. This isn't just about a bus ride. It's about economic access and the energy of the city after hours. Looking ahead, things could get even tougher. By January 1st, 2026, SEPTA plans to impose a 9 p.m. curfew on all rail services and eliminate 5 regional rail routes, including the Broadridge Spur, a move many fear will deepen the crisis. Pawanda expressed his anxiety. "I'll work late, so I don't want the trains to stop running before I'm finished." It's frustrating that something so essential to daily life is caught up in politics. We need these services, period. Social worker C.J. Roseberry highlighted the sharp impact on vulnerable families, especially with the school year starting. Many children depend on public transportation to get to school because their caregivers often don't have cars or must work themselves, CJ explained. With approximately 52,000 of Philadelphia's 198,000 students relying on SEPTA to commute, these cuts mean a significant hardship. It's not just inconvenience. It's a form of grief for families losing something fundamental to their daily life, Roseberry added. The bus routes removed include 1, 8, 12, 19, 30, 31, 35, 47M, 50, 62, 73, 78, 80, 88, 89, 91, 106, 120, 126, 133, 150, 201, 204, effective September 27, 2025, 206, 311, 452, 461, 462, 476, 478, 484, Boulevard Direction, and Man Loop. Commuters will also see a fare hike starting September 1st, with the base fare rising by 21.5% from $2.50 to $2.90. The ramifications extend beyond the city. The unresolved budget situation threatens the state's Amtrak service. Philadelphia officials are urging residents to rethink their commute strategies, Plan ahead. Consider alternative transportation options like the Philly PHLAsh bus, PATCO, or NJ Transit, and avoid driving in Center City during rush hour to lessen congestion. To help manage traffic flow, the Traffic Operations Center will be staffed from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. on weekdays, adjusting signal timings during peak hours. According to the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission, the proposed service cuts could push nearly 275,000 extra vehicles onto local roads daily, an increase roughly equal to the entire population of Pittsburgh. Imagine that many more cars clogging highways and city streets, causing longer commutes, higher emissions, and more frustration. This situation poses a serious question. Should public transportation funding be subject to political gridlock when it directly affects people's daily lives, economic opportunities, and community health? And how can the city and region balance fiscal realities with the critical need to keep people connected? What do you think? Are these transit cuts an unavoidable necessity, or is there a better way to protect and prioritize public transportation in Philadelphia? Join the conversation and share your perspective.